Everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Tina, the intuitive guide. I just got the signal that we are live, and I wanted to welcome you all to today's live Q&A for Cassandra. And I'm really, really excited to be with you here today. And I was, tuning in before, and I have like a 2-minute update on the time quality that we are entering in the fourth quarter of this year. And if you think it's going to slow down, it's not. And you can expect, like the group that is tuning in here and in the wider sense, a lot of changes and a lot of fast pace coming up in your life in the next 3 months. So changes and good changes, also positive changes you were expecting, you were waiting for, that you have felt like it has been like a little slow this year so far for you, and the things that you were thinking to accomplish or to change. There are still 3 months to go, and it's going to be exciting. So let's see what you have here today for me. I picked the first question that is coming from, I don't know if I spell your name right, Al-Hajjai, and you are asking, my ex-wife Hasso, will I be back together with her? Also, I want to, she cheated on me while we were together. Okay, let me tune in. When I tune in, I sometimes close my eyes, so that just that, So I pick up that yes, the two of you, you have a strong bond, and that you will be together again. And I'm also picking up that you are on a good road together. It's not always necessarily the case when exes meet each other again, but in that in that situation, I feel yes. And no, I don't pick up that she cheated on you while you were in the relationship together. And it's important for the both of you to make that work out, that you kind of establish a deeper communication with each other, and that will lead you far. So really start having conversations from the heart, being honest, and take it from there. Okay, thank you. Next question. Hi, please. This is a question from Anna. Hi, Anna. Good to see you today. Hi, please. Can you let me know if my ex Cameroon and is ever likely to come back to me, or should I try and forget him? So let me tune in, Anna, on Cameroon. So in that case, I pick up that he is, he's a little bit from the flirty side, to be honest, and he is still thinking of you, and most likely he might also reach out again, but I don't see it necessarily as a good thing that the two of you come back together, and I don't see it as a sincere attempt from him to be in a committed relationship. That's not so much overall on his scale right now. He is really like interested in women, and although he is interested in you, it's not like that he wants really a committed relationship. And I really feel that there's, as soon as you kind of make this closure for yourself, that there is already a person in your field that is far more. Once you connect with this person, you will realize, why have I hold on to Cameroon for so long? I get it and I understand it, and these matters of heart, they take their time. But once you feel like that this person who really is open to you, emotional availability is very, very important. And once you feel that, and that this man really is into you, it's a whole different story. And I really, you see me smiling. So I would really suggest, if you can, let him go, understand that he's not where you are or want to be with him, and open yourself up for new love. Thank you, Anna. Next question, please. Okay. Hi, Rebecca. Nice to see you today. So the question is, I want to know about my financial situation these coming days, months, And do you see me moving into my own apartment? Also, do you see me buying a car and when? So let me check in and tune in into your situation, Rebecca. So I pick up a change for you. It will take a little while. Like I see a definite change happening, but it takes until next year, like January, February. So it's not like that fast as you expected it, but it will be there and it will be then solid. And it's important for you for the next month to not like make super steps in advance, so to say. Just it's no, everything is going to work out, everything is going to be fine. Just watch your finances a little bit in the next month and weeks and wait with the greater purchases like the car and these kind of things until next year. Regarding the apartment, yes, also that absolutely clearly is there. It can even happen before like the major financial shift, like around December. So, and here I pick up that you will really find your perfect place, and not to take like the first thing or something that, out of a need or anything. It's there and it's coming in the right, financial dimension for you, and it will be wonderful in your own. So just trust this process, even if it's not like the first or the second apartment, but you will move into your own apartment, and that can even still happen this year. And and you will be good. Everything changes in a wider and bigger sense at the early months next year. Yeah, it'll be good. Thank you, Rebecca, for tuning in. Next question. I don't have a name here. It's Life and Stay Strong 44. Hi, Tina. I hope you're doing well. Here. My name is Mario. Hi, Mario. Good to talk to you today. I am wondering if I will find love soon. Take care and be safe. So let me tune in for you, Mario. Yeah, absolutely. Give it a little bit more time, like 2 to 3 months or something. And in the meantime, it's always the world is also reacting upon our inner life. So it's important for you to open yourself up, and also to the, I see and I feel a little bit that you're looking in the kind of wrong corners for you. You have like certain ideas about how it should look like and who this person should be. And I really encourage you to be curious and to emphasis also where you feel really good with someone, like where you enjoy spending time, not like necessarily the first focus is like, oh, you know, uh, getting intimate in the first moment or something like that. Really feel and see where you are, what brings you alive, what makes you smile, where you really have a good time, and trace that. And then you will really surely be, you will be sure yourself um, who is the one by the end of the year. It requires a little bit, that we sometimes we think what's good for us, while it is not like that. And that's what I encourage you to do in the next weeks, to really go and experiment and find it out more for you. That's important because you want to feel good with the love of your life. I hope that helps. Take care, Mario. Thank you so much for submitting your question. Next question is coming. Garn79. Hi, Tina. Thank you for reading my question. I need truth, please. Is my girlfriend Rachel cheating? How long, or any insights appreciated? There have been too many lies and I second guess her. Okay, let's see. Jeff, right? Okay. Let me tune in, Jeff. Well, so the situation with Rachel is I really feel that how much you love her, and that's she feels that, and she kind of has the feeling that she can do a little bit what she wants, which is a very immature, point of view in a relationship. And you can, and I encourage you, you can trust your intuition here and your trust feeling that the lies, and if there have been lies, a lie, sometimes, we all mistaken in relationships, and we all do sometimes fail. And if it's coming from a sincere heart, and if there are conversations and apologies, but if this is a repetitive, and that counts for everybody listening, if certain things are repetitive patterns, which I can see from her, like, and even if it's like little tiny things like this is, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't meant that way, and then comes another little thing, I'm sorry, it's where is your worth in that, and how are you appreciated and feel appreciated. So all these inner voices that you have are true, and she is not cheating, like sexually being involved with someone. But again, where's the question, where does cheating start and not? So she is, I can see her communicating, texting, flirting, not being like very, very honest to others about the depth or the seriousness of the relationship you two have. And that's what you have to, so no sexually involvement, I don't see that, but you have to ask yourself if this is the right person for you, because I really pick up that you are a very good hearted person, and that you give a lot, that you're really a giver in a relationship, and you're a lover. So, and that is something that should flow in both directions equally. And so, and that's there for you. That's here to find. Love is a beautiful thing. And I would like to encourage you to look after yourself in that case. I hope that helps you, Jeff. Take care. I pray that with you. Okay. Let's see. Next question from ABC. When will I find my soulmate? How will be her physical attributes? And will she also be spiritual like me? How much time is left for her to come? And do I know her, or it's a new phase? So that's Sid, right? Okay, let me tune in for you, Sid. So you don't know her yet, but you will immediately recognize her, because it is a strong spiritual connection that you have with her, and not like a karmic one where it's usually meant to be together, that each of that there's, because there's a lesson to learn between two people. But you will recognize that spiritual spark. And the interesting thing is that this is something, the depth that you can feel with this person, and the physical attraction, but both together is the magic that you actually feel, and how you know that this is the path to proceed. And her physical attributes, it's interesting, she's a very beautiful woman. She is not like kind of showing too much or being too outgoing in her physical appearance, that she's like running around half naked, or I don't know in which words I could put it. But you will really discover she's a very, very refined, beautiful woman with a very, amazing skin, and just lovely, lovely appearance. It's just, you will discover her fire, when you discover her. She's not necessarily putting her fire out there on a like a on a tray for everybody to see, and she does that consciously because it's also something that she wants to experience in the relationship. And let me see what other questions there were in your question. Okay, the timeline. About January next year. It's you will have like a few ones you will kind of think they are, but it's a beautiful thing because you're really in that journey in the next weeks and months. You will very quickly realize, no, it's not the full package, and when it's not the full package, also your interest will immediately fade. But I see her there, and I see her beauty. I see her darker hair, long hair, dark brown hair, like a fine, petite, beautiful, very feminine, loving, sweet person. And so give it the next month, the journey, to really feel all what you need, and that the spiritual, you will feel that the spiritual part in the conversations that you have. So make it a point, not just the visual, but also like, where's the content, where's the conversation, that these two have to flow together for you. And once that spark is lit, you're on the right track. Like by end of January next year, which is in 4 months, it's nothing. Time goes so fast. You'll know. I hope that helps you, Jeff. And the next question is coming in. Hi, I'm Monique. Hi, Monique. Good to meet you here. My man was born in 1970. We are both lovers and business partners. Is he the one for me, and will our business together be profitable? Okay, let me check in for you, Monique. Oh, absolutely. I see you both are really in a relationship that is here for growth. And that sometimes means, it's always when you work and are lovers. It's a fine line, and it's very, very important. And I don't tell you anything new with that you guard both spaces, and that you really make time to be lovers apart from work, which can sometimes be challenging and tricky. But you are a very conscious person, and you know about these things. And when your inner voice is telling you, oh God, I feel like it's just work we talk about, that's an alarm signal. And then it's not to cut off the relationship, it's to switch it, to do a date night, to cut a complete weekend out. And you are here for that. And even if sometimes there are also moments where you feel like, it's getting like a lot with work and everything, know that sometimes, little like arguments or clashes, it's not a bad thing, as long as you stay in the connection and in the communication with each other. These are always chances, and I can totally see that for you, that can lift you on a next level in your relationship and in your business. And you really are meant to thrive. It's important to know that in some moments where it can be like challenging, and challenges are good in life. No one is without challenges. I just want to enhance it. That this dream that forever, that's a dream in 99% of lives, So these challenges can be a good thing, and not to throw everything, the baby out with the water. That's a saying we have in Germany. But just to know that it can always elevate you on a higher plateau, and that's where you're here for. And I see that you are really consciously can work on it and you have an understanding about dynamics. Sometimes you have to be the more leading one in that, not leading in the relationship, but leading from the point of consciousness, where you a little bit, you have more an overview of things going on, and that you can steer it a little bit and say, come on, now we close the books for today and we go out and just, and so that's the information I can give you on that. But for the rest, it looks really, really good, and I encourage you to keep going. You have something going on together. I appreciate you, Monique. Thank you for being here today. Okay, let's see. Next question. Richard, welcome. Let me read your question. Can you tell me what my ex-fiancé, who's also my twin flame, Melissa, is thinking and what our future holds? Or is there someone else I'm meant to be with? Okay, so I guess you have already been into deeper into relationship issues, but let me tune in for you, Richard and Melissa. And what comes up? Yeah, I can pick up that, it's a classic. You two have a very, very strong bond with each other, and that bond will, it's something to carry in the heart. It's nothing one can completely cut out. And but as being in a relationship in this life together, I really, really pick up that someone where you really feel so much loved and appreciated, and where like life flows in a complete different way. And I just want to remind you also with twin flames, the patterns behind it, the runner, the chaser, these are necessary encounters. One can never escape them in a way when one is meant to meet each other in this lifetime. But it's not necessarily the relationship to build in the physical life. There are lots of lessons to take out of twin flame encounters, and I'm sure that you know that, and you have already been on this path and learned a lot, and have cried all the tears and felt the heartbreak, and also the amazing connection and bond that is within it. It's like all all always at the same time. But what I also pick up from you and your energy field, that you really long for a stable relationship, and you want to really build something, and that this person where you have like a lot together, like I see also family for you, and that you really will be creating a family and also have kids, and but with a person where you flow in this lifetime in a very harmonious way, like pulling at the same string, and just desiring the same things, having the same values, while you can carry the person that you have like this old lineage bond with in your heart. That's an important thing, and also a message. Maybe there are other listeners, and it always happens, that we have similar themes, but when there are these deep bonds from other lifetimes and it's not working out in this lifetime, it's sometimes harder to make like these harsh cuts, and like it's you can keep her in your heart and at the same time understand that there's someone more right for me in this lifetime here, and with a gratitude, and taking like all this push and pull and resistance and desire a little bit out of it. Just stay in the gratitude for what it was and what is, and move on. Yeah. And you have an amazing life ahead of you. I hope that helps, Richard. I know these are never easy subjects. and one struggles with it back and forth. But sometimes it's also important to make a clear decision to steer one life in the direction one wants actually to live. I hope that helped. Okay, let's see who is there next. I have a question from, I hope you say your name, I say your name correctly, Jamaya. Jamaya, and in the space where I can allow my true counterpart to manifest in the physical, if not, what's blocking? How am I blocking it? Have I met this person in this lifetime already? Thanks. Okay, let me check in for you. It's a deep question, and I understand that, and I appreciate your honesty, Jamaya. Yeah, what I pick up here, so no, you have not met your counterpart yet, and it's here to come. And it's also very present. And it's something that I have mentioned before, and it's a very, very common theme. You have kind of an idea. There's nothing really blocking you. It's just that you have, and it's a normal thing. We are all humans, and we are, even though we know better or us have spiritual insights, many of us are controlled or have thoughts and are controlled by our minds, and we have ideas and we think these ideas are how it should be. So sometimes we really have very strong, and might not even be conscious how strong it is, ideas how someone should be, and that it should be exactly what we desire, and if it has not this and that quality, it can't be it. I can tell you love stories that have been like developed in the, you know, to love and life relationships over like 25 years, where people met at the beginning and were like meeting, and it was like, yeah, that's an incredible person. I can see it's an incredible person. And it took like 6 months, and all of a sudden came like this attraction point on top of it. And then it shifted into a relationship. So I'm giving that, I'm not saying that's the case here with you. I'm just giving it as an example to try to be, there's no blockage. It's just try to be as open. And I always give also the advice, attraction and physicality is an important point for lovers and a love relationship, but it's not the first point. And although we are tempted by that and we follow that, for you, it's also, you're a very sensitive person. You're a very open person and spiritual person. So I also give you the advice, see really where it feels good. Sometimes we force ourselves in directions, and in relationships, it's like on the first gaze, it looks good, and then it crumbles very quickly. So why is that? And maybe we have to realize that our priorities are maybe in the wrong places, and that counts for so many. And that's what I pick up here. Just be more open and more curious, and maybe try to give encounters and people a chance where you would not necessarily look in the first moment, and you will be surprised. You will be so surprised. And this is how we draw, and you especially draw the person in that's meant for to be with us, because it's like sometimes not what we think. And I pick that up strongly here for you. Let me see what I want to read your question one more time. Yeah. So nothing is blocking you. Just open yourself more, be curious, and look in directions where consciously look in directions where you would have not looked before this little encounter we have here. And there you find the gold. I assure you that it's all there for you. Don't worry about it. Sometimes, we think it's us or we are still blocked. No, not at all. You'll be good. and you'll be very happy. You let me know. Thank you so much, Maya. Okay, let's go ahead. Next question. Hi, my name is Simran. Nice to meet you, Simran. Is anyone coming towards me in love? I am looking for a committed long-term relationship life partner. Thank you. Okay, let me check in for you, Simran. We have a lot of love questions today. So it's interesting, and I feel kind of the vibe. It's always, there's a red thread, even if we are all individuals. It's kind of with every group reading is a kind of a thread through it in the theme. Let me check in for you specifically, Simran. What I advise you is very clearly, if you have been doing it, maybe you have stopped it already. Online dating, this is nothing for you. You really, um, there's so much, you are such a deep, beautiful soul, and there's so much, even if people write on these platforms, they're looking for committed relationships, and then you meet them and you wonder why were they even writing this, right? So this is not the place for you to look for it. I really see it more happening for you in a setting where you at the end will be completely surprised, like you will be introduced to your counterpart and life partner through friends on a dinner or not like party excessively, but whatever, birthday party for someone, and even a wider circle where you maybe just go with a friend, and then all of a sudden so this is how I really see you meeting her, in this physical plane and not online, which is important information. So really pick and choose certain things and say more often yes to meet people, instead maybe sitting on the couch and doing nothing. In love and a relationship, love partner. So this is how I see it happening, and more like in that you look back and think like, oh, I would never have thought that I don't know, I will go to that to that evening or that, and I would meet her there. But you will be introduced, and just signalize also, your friends know, but that you are open to that. And if they have like anyone coming to mind or from a friend circle, it's the way, and keep going. Just look for delicate opportunities to go out and have dinner, and also other things, other activities, and this is where it will happen. And yeah, you need also to feel the person in the physical space. Just stop all the rest. That's a very important thing here, because this is, yeah, don't see it really happening in that way for you. And it's coming. Just trust, be active and open, and go out and mingle, and you will be surprised. Don't give up, and look, take the more appropriate road for you. Thank you for being here. Good luck. Let me know. Okay, next question. Hello, my name is Julie. Hi, Julie. Nice to meet you. Should I become a registered dental hygienist and relocate to another state, school to pursue that career? Okay, Julie, let's tune in on that one, which is the dental hygienist. Okay. Oh, absolutely. And I also see immediately that it will not stick with this just. You will do like in the future, you will become really, really good in what you do, and do like extra education, and I see like even aesthetic things, and so this is really, really the route for you to take, and you will be very, very appreciate it and become a specialist, a reclaimed specialist for that. And we see regarding the relocation, if you already have a specific school where it has a reputation that is good, and not like randomly, it's not like, yeah, just move to an if you have a school where you want to go, like a goal or something, I encourage you, then yes, move, take that school that you have picked for you. I absolutely encourage you. It's the right route for you. It's not, I don't mean it in the sense just for the sake of the education, go to any random state or any random school just to leave, I don't know, your home current situation. No. But if you have a specific school that you thought and were recommended to you, take it, go. The world is open for you. Definitely. All good. No, feels super good, Julie. Go ahead. It's your thing. Okay. Next question comes from, I don't know if I pronounce your name right, Stachi. And let me see. Hi, my name is Stachi. And my point of interest is Kamal. Did he blow me off last 2 days? And is there a real future for us? I want to know how, if he's worth my energy and his thoughts about me. Okay, Stachi, let me check in. So what I pick up on the two of you, I mean, your connection is real. There's no doubt in that. It's not like what I pick up on him is that he is not right now in the point in his life where he really is able to take the responsibility for that already. And that's kind of sometimes a very sad or disappointing situation if the connection in itself is real, and but nevertheless in this moment it's difficult for him, and it might be one of the situations where he kind of it gets messed up, and it's not one person can't really follow up on even what the own heart desires. It's like he just can't right now. There is no other or specific explanation. It's just in his stage in life he can't do what you actually desire, and or what and it can be one of these situations where it might be hard to say right now, if this is what it is, even if it's painful, I just cut the cord, and you move on, and then you will be in a relationship that is fulfilling and that is giving you all. There's no, and then it can be like 5 years from now or something, you get this phone call from Kamal saying, shit, I messed it up. And not in a way like, hey, let's get back together, but knowing for your heart also that the feelings were there, but I don't see him being in the near future able to like have the steadiness, the commitment. There will be kind of fallouts and backdrops and coming back together. And I mean, you can pursue it as long as you are fed up with it and really can't anymore. I see the heart is invested, and it's kind of this timing, which is an important thing in life also, and yeah, that he is really not so capable to follow through. Give me a second to read the question again. Yeah. So his thoughts about you, again, he feels also the connection the two have, and this is in effect because he's not really ready right now. It's also agitating him because he wants you, and at the same time there's a part in him that kind of might push you away sometimes, or just I want to be this, that, and the other, and three, or whatever the words and his words are. But so look after yourself, and maybe you have to grieve it a little bit, but know that there's a very wonderful thing coming on the horizon for you when you just let this thing go. And know the connection is there, and this is also what you feel, but I don't see it like being stable and ultimately good for you. It will wear you out a little bit, and that's also what you feel already a little, I guess. So my heart is with you. Good luck, Stace. Next question. Hi, Marla. Good to have you here. My name is Marla. I'm 47, and my question is, I'm going to meet my future husband this year or the next. Thank you. Okay, Marla, let me check in for you. Yes. No question. Why is everybody downing love so much? Yes, you will. And again, you have been dating men all over that kind of were not so good for you. Like there might have been a fiery attraction, but these were men who were not fully emotional available. And as soon as you feel that with anybody you meet, I really, really want to encourage you to kind of this is your learning phase, and as soon as you will be, and sometimes it's like that we even if it's hard and doesn't make sense, that we need that to really be so super clear and also in our center, because it's no point to deal people who are with one foot in and one foot out, and they promise something and we always feel the red flags. And it has been a journey for you. That's what I feel, and that has been a lot of disappointment, that you have been really invested with your heart, because you love and you desire like commitment and union on a deep level. And these men you have been with have not the depth that you were desiring. So as soon as you are crystal clear with what you really, really want, and this is something I want: an emotional, available, free man, emotional, available, free, kind person, caring person, happy person. Like, really get clear on that, and it will happen without a doubt in the next year. Maybe like towards the half, like middle of the year, you need this period also to be clear, although it's not the most, we want it right now, and we don't want, but it's a learning phase, and I know you are done with it. But the man, don't make any more compromise, and as soon as something feels off balance, you just have to cut it off. Don't stay longer in situations that are not meant for you, and understand if something happens, if there will be one, two, maybe three encounters before, just for you to be more clear on yourself and more, appreciate and take your worth and values more into the focus. And it's all happening for a good reason, because you want to be with your life partner, you want to be in a union, and it can only happen when we are also at the point where we are open for that. Sometimes we think we are, but as soon as long as we are still kind of also playing games or not taking us fully seriously, and are in this worth and our self-love and our self-worth and our self-trust, as soon as something feels slightly like you are not getting enough or what you want, say goodbye. Remember that conversation, please, because it's here for you. You're in a good way, and it's all coming. Okay? I hope that helps you, Marla. Take care. Okay, let's take the next question. That is from Roger. Hi, Roger. Good to have you here. Hi, my name is Roger. Wondering if my girlfriend Jasmine love me and will we back together soon, or does she want another guy? Okay, let's check in on Roger and Jasmine. 1 second, Roger. Mm, yeah, yeah, it's one of these things. I mean, she loves you in a way, but not in the way that you deserve to be loved, if this is clear to the point. And you have strong feelings for her, but she can't love you or is not loving you in the way, and it has not necessarily something to do with you as a person, it is something in her. uh, she's not being that open, or that kind of that she is all in. I also don't see necessarily a guy, that she's into another guy. It's more, this all in thing is scaring, and she has some work to do in her personality and in her psyche. There's this back and forth, this inner conflict within herself. She wants you, and then she's scared of it, and she's scared to surrender to anything completely. There had been issues in the past for her, and in the past, since she's younger, and she has to look at these things, and it's not something that, and she's not kind of seeing it. That's the problem, and she's not really willing to do this work. And I don't see her necessarily being into another guy, but what will happen and repeat if you split up, and then comes another one, and then comes another one, and then comes another one, that she won't, what is happening to you now is repeating in her life. That's why I said to you, it's not necessary, it's not you as a person, it's her thing, and it's her pattern, and it's very sad. But if a person is not there yet in their life, where they can't look at it in themselves and do the work that is needed, the inner work, it's hard. And you really deserve someone who loves you the way you love her. And with her, I see it's problematic, and it will tear you apart. um so even with you two, there might be another on-off action, but for like really future luck and love, and where you are happy and your soul is fulfilled, I would recommend you to look after yourself and cut the cord, and be open, and let go, and open yourself up for you to something new. This is going to be a long, draining story otherwise. And I know it's not the easiest things to say and to submit, but yeah, I pick up that her energy, she requires a little bit of inner work, and she's not there to do it right now. And you can only look after yourself. Sometimes there are things in our control, and there are things that are out of our control. And these are hardest to accept, but we can only do what we can do for us. So look after yourself, okay? I hope that helped you, Roger. Let's see. The next question is from Kiri. Kiri. Hi, Carrie. I just got broken up with no real explanation from him, other than needing space and not wanting me to understand. Why just accept it? And not wanting me, why just accept it? I want some insight. I'm Carrie. Okay, let me tune into your situation, Carrie. Give me a moment. Yeah, the energy is quite sharp there, to be honest. It's exactly like this, like a sharp knife cutting it off. And he's in a real place, and he really, when I tune into the energy of this person, it's like feel totally entitled to do what he does. And exactly, it's not even, it's completely the energy, like he feels entitled to do what he wants without giving any explanations, and expects the other person to accept that. And this is how he kind of proceeds in life. And especially he is really in that situation, kind of looking down on you, or on the women species, in a way, like, you don't have to tell, I don't owe you any explanations, and you basically have to uh, do, and yeah, not ask any questions. And that's, first of all, the energy. So it's exactly that. There's not like any kind of second ground to it. It is pretty much the energy of the person. And let me tune in if there's any other insights beside it. He got just, really upset on something. He's not in a position that he can really communicate and wants to communicate. He wants to leave things easy and, you know, um, smooth. And if anything, like the tiniest thing gets a little bit, uh, stressful, or there's a little, discourse about something, or you want something different than him. So he's this is a tough energy to deal with, to be honest. And I really feel it as a divine interference, like a divine interference for you, um, a divine intervention, that this is not an energy you want to be in, and that kind of happened to drag you out there because you're very, you're attached, and kind of in the high times, there was like a great, he's this kind of person, he has a great it can be glamorous and very, it's attractive, it's an attractive person, and in the good moments, but he has like really, really deep downfalls, and this is what you experience. There's not even any, there's no insight about a woman or anything like that. It's more like you might not even be aware of any what he didn't disliked or something. It can be tiny little things that were adding up in him. He was not communicating them, and the only thing he can do is like cut off and not talk about it. And I tell you one thing: when you're in a relationship, in a good and a stable relationship, is where two parts, even if there's something not working, or one feels internally, oh, this is maybe the pattern of another person that stresses me, or I don't feel comfortable with, you want to be able to communicate. And if you're in a relationship that is a relationship to grow, it's like both parties want to understand each other, and he's not showing any of this. So it's one to one, the description that I pick up from this person, and I don't get any insight about cheating, another woman, nothing. It's just him entitled. Something has kind of, stressed him out in the past days and weeks, like a repetitive pattern. He did not talk to you about it. You don't even know what it is. Can be tiny. And that's his reaction. And I totally feel it as a divine intervention, and can be kind of, I know when the heart is invested, it's not the easiest thing, but try to see it from that perspective, because it is really, it's not, and it can get more harsher in the future. The highs and the lows are very close together here. So that's what I get for you. And I hope it helps you to get a realistic perspective on this situation. Thank you. Okay. Let's see, we have another 5 minutes, I think, to go. The next question comes from Franda. Franda, good to see you. I'm interested in this supervisor job in my section. I want to know if it is a good idea or would I be overwhelmed with it? Okay, let me tune in for you, Franda. Mhm. It is a position of growth. You will experience many new things and get much experience. And this is really, you won't be overwhelmed by it. You will be able to handle it all well. And sometimes, we have to stretch ourselves. Of course, you can decide to stay where you are, which might be your comfort, or which is your comfort zone. But when you want to grow, it is also necessary to make experiences that are, it can be challenging, but not in a negative way, where you have like to really think and be strategic and what would be a good move to bring that together again. And ultimately, it will be a very good, very, very important move and decision for you. And if you already feel drawn, you should always follow that inner voice. What comes in, that's a natural thing for us humans. We have an impulse or we feel called for something, and then the mind kicks in and the doubt comes in, and that can also be, in many cases, like 80-90% of the cases, not a lower rate. It is like it's trying to keep us in our comfort zone, which is not necessarily to the benefit for us. So it's an expensive role for you, and it's amazing. You will make many, many new experiences, and you need them, because you are here for growth, and I see you expanding, and there will always be like a next plateau for you. You won't be there like for that long, but it's going to be a very valuable experience for you. Also, how to deal with people. You will be responsible for more people, and you will pick up on dynamics with people and all of this. And that will be helpful actually for your next position. So you come into the next position already with a big foundation of experience. And it's good to gain that. If you are ready for that leap, I absolutely encourage you to take it. And because you're not meant to shrink yourself or stay in your comfort zone, and yes, it will require a little more work, but it also will be interesting for you. And don't even put this overwhelm thing in your in your space and mind frame, because we can be overwhelmed from anything in life. It's that easy in these days. Just look after yourself. This is also important. Also practice boundary. There's a life also outside of work. Do your physical exercise. Very important to stay kind of centered, focused within yourself and in your body. And I see that this whole thing opens you up, to more liveliness in general, and just look after yourself. Do sport, not like work 24/7. It's like you also have to learn to say no and keep your healthy boundaries. And all of this is a very healthy, important process for you. So take it. And maybe you're there for 8 months or something, and then the next, with all of this experience, you will land in something that yeah, where you know why you have done it for. And just cut the overwhelm out of it is always how we deal with things, and overwhelm has also to do if we are not looking after ourselves in a way that we have healthy boundaries. So this is an important learning period for you. Go for it. I hope that helps you, Fanda. Okay, let's see. Do we take one more question? Okay, one last question comes from Hailey. I was wondering if you could tell me if the guy I'm dating, if we have a long-term future, Haley. And Ian, let me tune in for you as the last one. Yes, you absolutely have, Haley. And what I see for the both of you right now, there have been many, many hurts in the past on both sides, also for him. So he's very, very kind of shy is the wrong word. Precautious. Maybe you have sometimes the feeling he's not proceeding you fast enough or decisive enough or all of these kind of things. But just know that you're coming kind of from the same, you are also, precautious a little bit. So both of you will take a time to open up towards each other, but see it like also a sacred process. And maybe you want to start uh, not in a heavy way, just to open up for having conversations about that and just also be honest about that. Like, just to let you know, I really want to proceed with you, and but I am a little shy myself, and I hope it does not come across. And I want just to tell you that it does not come across for you in that way, because that's me. I'm precautious. Once we speak from our point of perspective and trying to speak and to listen to the other person, and when we speak from our perspective, we encourage automatically the other person to be there. So this will be like a little bit your process in the next weeks and months. And I encourage you to just stay with it, because, love sometimes, intimacy and love is a scary place sometimes because it requires openness. And our world is like the complete opposite. Everything is just superficial. And go on the ride together. That's what I want to encourage you, and see where it carries you. Know that you are coming both from hurt places, which you are aware of, and it's not that's not a bad thing. It's just that you both are kind of scared a little bit, and that's okay. Give yourself the credit and don't back off, because it's not necessarily easier with another person. And that's what I see. So good luck, and maybe you want to keep me posted. Thank you, Ali. And thank you, everyone, for being here today. It was a great pleasure to share some insights with you. If you have any follow-up questions, you can always contact me directly on Cassandra. My name is Tina, the Intuitive Guide, and I really hope from my heart that with everything you took away for yourself today, that you will, have a path ahead and know a little bit how to steer it. And it's a great pleasure, and be blessed, and take good care of yourself in these times of great changes and great adventures and great futures. Love to everyone.